Dr. Benedict Kolee, who is in county. Earlier on this morning, we had a brief interaction. He's come to the county as the pathologist conducting the autopsy on the remains of 19 years old Yarkpawolo Moisemai. Dad, welcome to the press.
Thank you for the great job you do in our county here. We're very grateful to you.
Now, you've been here all day. How has it been?
Firstly, in no apparent order of importance, I'd like to express my deepest thanks to the county authority, the superintendent and his staff. We also like to express very deep thanks to the family of the deceased, the security forces, the social, groups, the pressure groups across Lofa for the level of the way they welcome us so warmly. So, and entire youth, the press, for all the support they gave us to make sure that we were able to do the work we came to do. So, as you rightly stated, we're here this morning. We had a debriefing, we talked. So we have been there at the hospital since morning. We're just coming out now. It's almost 4 o'clock or after 4. So it was a very extensive investigation, but it was more of data gathering. We cannot possibly conclude anything at this point. So we are now going to basically synthesize and put the information together. We took a lot of samples. We processed some of those samples in country, others plus or minus out of the country. Then we'll be able to come down with a conclusion based on scientific evidence. Because this is a scientific process, it's not based on guess, it's not based on sentiment. So you have to do due diligence. You have to do several investigations, and it's like 1 + 1 = 2. So based on all of the findings, we'll be able to come to down. Histopathology is the tissue we took, the flesh that we took. There were a lot of flesh that we took from different places. So we'll be analyzing those things, okay? So like we took a little bit of the liver, we took a little bit of urine, so those ones we process some, and we take samples, some of those out of the country. So the aspect that is going to the country is toxicology. So toxicology is just a branch of forensic medicine that is involved with things that has to do with poisoning and all of that kind of stuff. So that one we have to go to the country.
Now be authorized to bury that body.
I will get to Justice Ministry on that. As it is, as I said this morning, alleged crimes against human, like things like suicide, not suicide, things like murder, homicide, those, according to our law, they are crimes against the state. So this particular autopsy was sanctioned by the Ministry of Justice. So we'll get to them at the appropriate time to say, well, you can release the body now or you cannot release the body. So we took samples. So we're taking pictures of this gentleman. So you take the picture, those of you who go to take, passport size picture, you will take a picture, you look at it, if you think it's not whatsoever, then you can come and say, sit down again until you get the best shot. I'm not in any way suggesting that will be the case with this, but then I'm also not in a hurry to say they should bury him.
Relating to other information that you also wanted from the police on ground here, were you able to gather everything?
Yes, I did. So I wanted to know the things that he hung or he was whatsoever, the thing he was hanging on. So I wanted some information about that. So I got the exhibit, we have that. And also we wanted to know the height where he was hung from the place where the thing was tied, to come to the ground. We wanted to know that. So I have measured his height, and I can say that his height is about 172 centimeters. So we also measure the height of the building where the rope is tied. Then we have pictures where his hair was, because you can tie a rope at the top of the family, Mr. Bauer, Francis Bauer. And there was an arm there from Dogoma, and we have probably more than 4 members of the family in the operating place. Yeah, they were deeply involved. The process was transparent.
Okay.
I mean, you, the journalists, you were there, so many of what we saw, you saw it too.
And there where I was coming as to previous speculation about the body being stay in a mortuary. So did the family say that was the body of the late Moisemai that you did your work on?
Yeah, so as by law, a family member or the coroner is supposed to identify the body. Because remember, depending on what this goes, in the likely or unlikely event that it goes to court, there has to be evidence that everything we're talking about has to do with Moisemai. So we actually had a member of the family coming to identify him. All right. Also, we took pictures of him with his name tag, and almost all of the organs we took, the pictures we took, we had his name. So they are all tagged with his name.
Sir, how long do we hope to see this final result?
As I said this morning, at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. So the English, you all know. I mean, in fact, the journalists from Lofa, you are one of the best English speakers. When I listen to people interviewing in Monrovia, like the subject verb is running on. But when I listen to voice of, Lofa, Kitoma, the English is right on point. So when we say at least 2 weeks, it means 2 weeks is the lower limit of the time. All right, it could be more than that, but we seek to work within 2 weeks.
Any final message before we...
So the final message is that, Lofa is our common heritage. Coincidentally, I'm from Lofa also.
Okay.
So it's absolutely important that we maintain the peace. I think the president has reiterated this multiple times. So when things happen, let's allow the due process to take course. I know that people can really be frustrated sometimes, if you think that the court is not working for you or something. But for once, we have a president or leadership who is really trying to make sure that things happen the right way. Say the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Sarah said finally, I remember you requesting for some other materials that I'm told were at the court. Did you get them?
Yes, I got those. So it's the shirt, the jacket that he's alleged to have harmed himself with. So we have that. We are taking all of that with us. So we have basically everything we got.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you too. I'm also charging you in my final word, because you see the book of James talk about the tongue. I mean, for those of you who are Christians, the tongue is, the Bible says what the tongue is a small member of the family, of the body, but then it's capable of big things. So the journalist, you are like the tongue of the voiceless. So you also need to make sure that the coverage is not, sentimental or destructive. Whatsoever you are saying should be based on evidence. Ultimately, we live in this, environment. This is our milieu. This is the environment we find ourselves. It is absolutely important for us to have serenity. So we should do our coverage in such a way that peace and harmony will be maintained, while at the same time ensuring that not just in the case of Moisemai, but in all cases, justice prevails. You as a journalist, if you are investigating to make sure the facts come out, will make Lofa and Liberia a better place.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. He's Dr. Benedict Kolee, and of course, Dr. Benedict Kolee been talking to us, the pathologist who came to conduct a autopsy on the mortal remains of the late Yarkpawolo Moisemai, that which happened since January 6th. And of course, after all of the tough time, here we come to this one today. The autopsy have been done, and of course, he's about to leave for Monrovia for further activities, for which he said at least 2 weeks, to have this, to have the report. I mean, the report from the work done to the encounter. So that which we hope and believe that it come to a final reality. And of course, citizens across Lofa County, Liberia, can see that indeed the death of Yarkpawolo Moisemai, was a foul play or not, so people can know exactly what it is. So it was a great time, folks. It was a very great time, and as well, and of course, citizens across Lofa County have all gathered today and seeking to this, that, and what I can just talk to any of the. So was great, and so let me just wait and talk to we're trying to have an interview with the superintendent of Lofa County, and
that's all I get to say at the level of the media.
Yeah. Honorable Soup, good afternoon. Welcome to the media.
Thank you.
Okay.
You've been heavily engaged today, by the way, since this morning, as it relates to this autopsy that the family did request for. What does this mean for you now as you speak?
Well, we want to be grateful to God first and the government of the Republic of Liberia, because we have continued to our people. The reason why we came to take over government in the Republic of Liberia was to do it differently and better for the people of the country. So when the citizens request for whatever that is constitutional in their interest, the government will definitely implement such a project. So this is one, that the citizens of Yarkpawolo Moisemai requested that they wanted to know the cause of the death or the alleged suicide in the prison or in the police cell, and then they wanted autopsy to be done. So the government hired the pathologist, and he came today, and the process has been done. So we look forward to the results coming up, so that all of us will understand exactly what was the cause, whether it was alleged suicide as the police said or whatever cause, and we will know. But we are happy that the process went on smoothly today.
So what can you say to citizens while we all stay awaiting the result? What can you say to your citizens in county and even across Liberia?
Like we have said today in Tampa, is for everybody to meet people and maintain the peace and go about their normal businesses until the result of the autopsy can be out. Then and we'll know the way forward from there.
Are we expecting to see a burial ongoing? Perhaps while we await the results?
Well, I need to now consult with the pathologist. So it's under the responsibility to do exactly what he needs to do in line with the time that he has given the government, that the result will be out.
Thank you so very kind.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So that's up. So stay here.
Let's begin with the CSO chairperson, Mr. Mohammed Kamara. Welcome to this joint interview. You don't need to take steps back. And what has been your involvement so far with the entire process before even today?
The involvement of this process has been cordial with the local authority and even the press and other stakeholders. We have been working in line to see the expectations of the citizens so that it can be achievable.
So what can you say so far as the civil society actors, the fact that the request from the family or the government have been able to listen to them?
It's not only the request from the family, but the request from the citizens, concerned citizens, has been very crucial. And then I'm very glad that the request is only trying to be addressed by the local government, where they have provided the pathology and do the autopsies today, and where every citizen, few concerned citizens, and some stakeholders, police, immigration officers, and even the representations from the super office and the press, we are all represented. So on that note, we see that a level of transparency due to the concerns of the citizens and have been addressed by the local government. So the civil society look forward to see the result, and I will feel that the result will be very transparent.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And we're going to conclude with the Commissioner of Voinjama District, Honorable David Mauro. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the joint interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. You are the resident commissioner of Voinjama District, and of course, this entire saga have been all around in your district. Tell us about this and of course the stand of your people.
When the thing started, I think you are aware. I talked to you, and I said we will follow whatever the citizens want, because our job is to have oversight on people who are living. And so when you see the citizens dying, you don't want to be happy as a commissioner. And so because of that, we chose to go the way it is. We are sure that we have profaning the result, and then this will be the correct.
People say that the district have been in the news, but for some wrong reasons. So, what will it mean for you to have this case finally laid to rest?
It's for the wrong reason because somebody lost their life, but on the other side, it's good because we continue to pursue justice, and that is what we are doing. So, had it been like the ball passed off and it goes down perpetually, then that's the wrong side. Although we are not happy because of that, but the fact that we are able to pursue justice at that level, I don't think that is for the wrong reason. We're doing the right thing.
Honorable Commissioner, let's talk about the burial of Moisemai. Now that we are with the result, are you going to negotiate with the family and the local authorities to ensure that Moisemai body is laid to rest?
We're not going to be negotiating. The family can decide as to whether they want to wait for the result or they want to bury now. Because the issue of Moisemai has been a central controversy. And so now that the autopsy has been done and we all await the result, the family can decide if they want the body because it was done in the open. Everybody saw how transparent the autopsy was, how the process was. You were there, you are living with it. So the family deemed it necessary that they can bury because they have to be satisfied. Whatever satisfies the citizen is what we will follow. If everybody feels that the process today is satisfactory, you can go ahead and bury it. If they feel they want to wait for the result, I cannot dictate any different.
When the result is out, and of course, other team like somebody trying to maybe preside the family, trying to say like probably this result is not satisfactory. What will be your stand as a commissioner?
I don't think anybody will say that, so I don't want to be hypothetical, the kind of thing whatsoever. Every person who are on that investigation, the process we saw today, in their sound mind would not want to say it's not good or it's good, so I don't want to go that route. I'm sure we will accept the result in good faith, whatever way it goes.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner David Marlowe, talking to us as well and giving his side of it, that we hope and believe that whatever result come out, they're going to work with that immediately to make sure that the people, the family of the late Moisemai will accept it to the fullest and move forward in making some. So we still making some effort to see how best we can just conclude this interview with the family members. So that which we want to just conclude this entire interview with Francis Bao, and from there we will draw down. We are currently at the administrative compound here in Voinjama City on this Saturday afternoon. So we hoping that we can get a chairperson, so to get the side of the citizens, of the family, is what we are working on to see, and we hope that we can get him on, and he'll be speaking to us, telling us the stance or the side of the family regarding this entire stuff, which I know is important. It's good to have a side of to get his side of the entire thing, to know exactly what the family stand. And so trying to get Francis Powell, and let's see whether it's possible. Yeah, okay. So, and then movement for now, folks. So viewers, thank you so much for being there. We have this interview with Francis M. Bao, and who will speak to us here and go tell us the stand of the family with regard to the entire.
You can start.
So very soon we have Francis online, and he will be speaking to us, and of course telling us exactly the stand of the family as they move on, and so Francis will talk to us, and after all, we will draw down this interview here. It was a special interview with Dr. Kolee, but it has been extended to the local authorities in county head by the superintendent, and as well the CSO Lofa County. And now, to conclude this interview, is the parent of the late Yarkpawolo Moisemai. So we here, and of course we
you also listen to.
You okay? Yeah, it's okay. Just tell me.
Okay, so let's conclude our interaction this afternoon here in Voinjama. Like you heard from the doctor, you heard from the superintendent, the Civil Society Council as well. With us now is a representative from the family.
Yes.
Sir, can you kindly introduce yourself?
Thank you. I'm Francis Bauer, one of the grandparents to the late Yarkpawolo Moisemai, who was allegedly murdered or committed suicide in the police barrack cells under the watchful eyes of the Liberia National Police.
Now, you've been part of the entire process as of this morning. What can you say to us that you've observed?
The only thing I can say here as of now is that to tell the Liberian people thank you, especially to the Lofa citizens from the Lofa Citizen Action Committee, that which of course came out immediately upon hearing of the alleged murderers and also the alleged commitment of suicide by Yarkpawolo Moisemai at the cells. They have been with us seeking for justice, and all of the counts that we gave to the country we suspended on the day that was scheduled, and we said we needed a pathologist to come and take autopsy on the body of Yarkpawolo Moisemai. I think when those things are done, we feel released, then we know exactly where we are heading to. I want to be grateful to the citizens today, especially so the superintendent and the council asked the same question in the superintendent office, and I said this is my first time interacting with the pathologist that came, and the way how we saw his performance at the mortuary, even areas that we were not expecting him to have gone, he entered all of those places with the job that he did over there, ready to be frank. We're not waiting result, but with the family, we are very much 100% satisfied with how he did the test on the body.
Does that suggest that you're going to proceed with burial while you're with the result, or you want to await the report?
As of the burial, I will not tell you say we want to proceed with the burial. The autopsy has been done, and that of course we told the people we needed result from the pathology, or when the people are placed, they are being, interrogated and then charged and sent to court, then we know exactly what we are heading to. So I don't know whether the result will come before they can charge those involved, if there is anyone who is allegedly involved into these things. If anyone is found that is linked with these things, they will be charged and sent to court. And once they are in court, then meaning the court proceeding is being the one that we're waiting on, result from the court. If that is done and they ask us for burial, yes, of course, we will.
Result from the court or the pathology, the autopsy result?
The autopsy result is from the autopsy result that we try to, indict other people who will be involved into that thing, because it makes us to understand that within 2 weeks' time, the result will be here.
It could also exceed the 2 weeks because there are additional tests, like he said. Other parts taken, you can't do that test in Liberia, so it has to be done outside of the country. So let's say 2 weeks or beyond.
Okay, when it comes to that, as for the burial, my hairs are not here, especially so. If a question is being asked, I will not just. The test was done, the pathology test was, or the autopsy test was done today. So we have to go back to our people. And it is our going back to the people is the county authorities that will be coming to us to ask us. This test is being
4 counts listed, and you have seen 2 you care to tell us the remaining tombs that are yet to be touched?
Oh, don't forget them. The other two are minor because we wanted the county authorities to go on the radio at least and tell the Liberian people or the local county people how far they come, because the whole era of the celebration of the trophies, all of those things were hidden, but now they are come up and they are coming up speaking to the people. I think that was one of those. But the major one were no justice, no celebration of the trophies. That was one of the major ones, and we said we need pathologists to come and do the examination on the body. And that have been done. Those are the two major ones.
Finally, from our end, why the result go the other way? What's the next step? The other way is that if the pathology, the autopsy result shows that Moisemai hanged himself, what will be your next
If it be done that Moisemai hanged himself, we know that hanging himself and those things that we saw on him, nobody can do those things to himself before hanging himself. So if you should ask me upon the autopsy report whether we accept or not accept, that from the result, they will tell us the result. And based on the result, we have a meeting.
If the result says that Moisemai
no foul play.
If there is no foul play. Yes, that's the result of the man. We accept and we take another step whatsoever we will want to.
Okay, so let's go to another member of the family. Tell us your name, sir.
I'm Yarkpawolo, elder of the town, Jogume town. We are secretary to the full counts we give to the people.
So it's good to hear from you. You also been involved into the activities today.
Yes, I've been involved in activities from start to end.
Okay. What can you say about it so far?
I'll first to tell the Almighty God thank you, and the country leadership. Our demands was that we said the pathologist should come and do the autopsy on the body, and if no autopsy is done on the if pathologist does not come, we will now have no celebration. And our next step was we said the 4 people that they said they were charged, we said they should go to court, but or the pathologist, of course, when I respect him, he came, he said we should go to the 2-person compound where the boy taken from, and over here, there. We went there with him, the ball with a powder. They beat the ball. He called the police. He said, "You see the mark on his strokes?" He showed the 2 marks. He showed. And okay. And what he was doing, he did that. We were there. Another one, he called the police. He said, "You come." He said, "You see the mark?" He said, "Yes." Because the powder, tomorrow the boy said, "They measure the body, measure the weight of where the boy hung himself." He saw all the marks. He saw. He called the police. See, people see the marks. You see the mark? The police, I think the commander Fromuku was there, and one Mohammed, the operation, 2 of them were there. Because they say you see the mark, the one I saw the 2 marks on the ball.
So has this brought any kind of a relief to you as a family?
The autopsy they did, the pathologist came. What he did today, I'm released. And we have found the citizen of Jogume as the head of Jogume that signed on the paper here. We are very happy with the county authority and the pathologist that came to do autopsy.
Thank you so much.
Any final thing you want to say before we let you go? Or perhaps Mr. Bauer, you still want to add something?
As when what the other Akwewa just said, Akwewa said, he said, if you go the other way,
James Kolee
said, if you go the other way, that it was no foul play. Yes, we agree. They would not sue the police for wrongful death because somebody chat with you. They gonna the pathologist can say no, Moisemai hang himself. Why you doing? Then the police they said it was negligent. They can sue them for wrongful death.
You are sued for negligence. Thank you so much.
Wrongful death. Anything finally?
It's just to tell the press thank you because you guys have been there for us, for every information that have been passed or there for the citizens to know exactly what is going on. It have been passed through you guys. So we just want to say thank you. And lastly, I want to tell all the local county people who have been in support of seeking for justice, who have been with us from the beginning up to the end. We want to say a big thank you to you people today. The pathologist came and he take the examination on the body. So let's wait, let's be patient and wait for the result to come. When the result comes, there will be another meeting that we all will meet and discuss issue together. I want to say thank you to you guys very much for your effort.
Okay, your thanks. I want to tell the people, your peaceful country, so we accept everything that will be done in the country. We are happy at the city of Jogume.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Family members.
That does it, folks. It was a great time talking to the family members from the side of the late Yarkpawolo Moisemai. It was a great time, folks, being here. This one we hope to come back, to be back on this television, like to from the beginning of all of the activities we have been involved, and of course concluding this stage today is a great pleasure, folks. Thank you so much, our viewers. Thank you, and this is the stance of it as we speak. So thank you so much. I will talk to you again. The time I will be here again. My name is Jeremiah Double.